Nowadays on the internet you will find a guru or a specialist who can tell you how to stick to your diet, how to keep going to a gym even if you don't like it, or how to continue participating in a language course. I will share with you 5 psychologically proven techniques on how to stay motivated no matter what you do. Interested? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back, this is Sebastian Antonovich, and on my 5-minute psychology channel I talk about psychology and practical ways in which you can apply it on a regular basis. Now I know we are all different and we are motivated by different things, but in general we can divide motivation into extrinsic motivation, the one that we are motivated by people around us, by someone else or by something else, and the intrinsic motivation, in which the motivation comes from within of ourselves, when we concentrate on the activity itself rather than on some possible rewards. Do we need both of these types of motivation? The answer is, of course. For different things, we need to be motivated in a different way. Does it mean that these two motivations are identically efficient? The answer is no. Can you guess which one is better? Which one will motivate you for longer and more effectively? If you think it's the intrinsic motivation, then you are right. So let's find out what we can do to stay motivated from within for longer. But before we do that, please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet, to get all sorts of videos on how to use psychology in your life. The first thing we should do to stay motivated for longer is to find meaning for every activity that we do. And granted, it's so much easier in activities that we feel are more important than others, like for example, saving someone's lives. How about in some mundane, more repetitive activities, like for instance cooking or cleaning? I remember a conversation from a couple of months ago. I was speaking to a person cleaning my office, and he told me that it sucks to do that. He was able actually to give me a dozen of reasons why it's a terrible job to clean someone else's office. But after a short conversation, he was able to find something more meaningful behind his job. He quickly realized that especially in the pandemic, it is of the utmost importance to clean the office right, because you are not only making someone else's life or work easier or more comfortable, but you can be saving people from getting infected with COVID. So this is how it works too, and you can apply it to absolutely every activity that you do. But it is something very important. You need to be able to find the meaning behind the activity that you do. No one else can do it for you, otherwise it will not count. Another thing that we can do to stay motivated for longer is to enjoy the activity itself. And I know it's easier said than done. Well, unless we are talking about something absolutely pleasant, something that you love doing, like for instance watching a very interesting film. I know you don't need any extra motivation to continue this activity. How about this cleaning that we mentioned already? Well, it all depends how you look on it, because for instance, from my perspective, a person who spends really long hours working in front of my computer or next to a sofa for hours and hours, I know how important it is for me to get some physical exercise, but it could be difficult to go to a gym on a daily basis, especially nowadays. So what I've decided to do is I decided to treat cleaning as a way of physical exercise, and it works. I don't treat it only as a boring, mundane job that I have to do, a chore on a daily basis. No, for me, this is a way in which I can activate my muscles, and it is great because after 1 or 2 hours of cleaning, well, I get this feeling of achievement that I've used my energy not only on the treadmill, but also doing something meaningful, something useful and practical and needed, and it makes me feel good. And it makes me feel good a little bit longer afterwards when I am able to work in a cleaner office or in a cleaner flat. If you have to do something and if you need some extra motivation to do that, visualize some positive feelings, some good emotions associated with this activity. And of course, it could be difficult sometimes. This cleaning, for instance, I don't always feel like grabbing the mop or a sponge or a brush to go ahead and clean my flat. No, but if I know that it's necessary to do it, I motivate myself by visualizing these positive emotions that helped me last time I was cleaning. Remember, I was so much motivated. I felt this rush of energy and this feeling of achievement. When I started thinking about these emotions, what happened was that these emotions, they started coming back to me. If you think about positive emotions, it's like you were living them once again. And I know it's a way of tricking your mind in a way, but actually treat it just like any other exercise. You teaching your mind how to concentrate on the positive aspects of things rather than on the negative ones. It works. In certain activities, I like to concentrate on the camaraderie of it. So, for instance, when I go to a swimming pool, which is generally pleasant, but I don't always want to do that, I don't concentrate on achieving something in particular. No, rather than that, I concentrate on the fact that I have a swim buddy and we go there together and we create a whole thing out of it. So when we go to the swimming pool, we joke a lot, we talk about some recent situations that we've lived through. Afterwards, we go for a coffee or for a beer, and while we are in the middle of swimming, we concentrate on doing this activity together. It gives so much more pleasure, and it is a great source of extra motivation when you need it. It's good to find someone with whom you can do the same activity. It helps. Perhaps one of the most important things you can do to stay motivated for longer is to master a skill, and you can master any skill that you do. It's all about getting better and better with time. Mind you, it's not about getting better than someone else. No, it's about getting better than yourself from a week ago or 2 weeks ago or a year ago. When you observe yourself getting better at this particular activity, for your brain, this is a signal that you are developing, you are getting better, you are achieving something. And our brain, well, it likes this feeling. This way, you make all sorts of very positive hormones being secreted in your body, like endorphins, for instance. You feel that something good is going on, and you can master absolutely any activity that you can think of. It could be cleaning, it could be swimming, it could be typing, it could be driving, you name it. Just concentrate on getting better and better, and you'll see how great it is to keep on doing it for longer. If you are interested in the differences between the intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, you can go ahead and find a video on my channel on this particular topic. So these were the 5 ways, psychologically proven, in which you can keep yourself motivated for longer. This is my gift to you. Use them all and let me know in the comments which one was the most effective for you personally. And I'll see you next time.